Hello students, as per the rule of government, our class 5th book get changed. We were waiting for the new GCRT book, but they didn't modify the book. So now we will prefer the GCRT book, which is same as the last year book, and it is different from the NCRT book from which we had seen last 4 chapters. So from the next video, we will start our chapter 1 from the GCRT book, and chapter name is Who Will Do This. So today we will see some basics of science and how it is related to our lives. Hello students, I am Pinal Sakaria. Today I am going to share some very interesting with you. We all deal with many types of things in our day-to-day life, don't we? From soap to bread. Can you imagine all the types of things we use daily? Have you ever wondered how all these things came to present form? Do you ever think how many processes it must have taken for these things to come in their correct form? Imagine what people doing for all these things available to us. I'm sure you must be thinking what I'm trying to say, aren't you? So don't be confused, just hold on as I'll take you all through a very interesting journey of mankind with science. Before I do this, it is very important for me to explain you all that what science actually is. Let us start with the word science itself. How did it come to use and what does it mean? The word science is derived from the Latin word scientia, meaning knowledge. So science is a quest for truth, a systemized body of knowledge, a way of life. Science has been a quest for ages. Our perception of science is also changed over the years, and newer developments have taken place and the older one become obsolete. Simply put, science is the reason why early man has changed into the civilized man today. Early man lived in caves where he used to hunt animals with sharp weapons created from stone and bone. Men used to eat surrounding plants and eat raw flesh just like animals do today. Man was great observer and learnt man by observing nature. He saw that by rubbing stones together, spark can light, and he utilized it. He burnt dry leaves and twigs to make fire and cook food. Early man who observed and experimented his surroundings to obtain this may be considered as our first scientist. The essence of being a scientist is to observe the things critically and search for the reasons behind everything. They question why it is like this, not like that, and that process they collect the necessary information and conduct many experiments to verify their results. Early man, while wandering, observed the seedlings, flowers, fruits, and seeds. All these were a part of his food. After observing and germinating seeds, he learned to sow seeds and raise the crops. He invented the tools to make it work easy. Man started observing and discovering and exploring different things in these surroundings. As an experiment grew, he developed a bull of scientific knowledge and gradually reached a higher civilized modern state of today. To protect himself from sun, cold, and rain, early man used leaves and animal's hide to cover his body. Later, he used clothes made of yarn. Cotton, silk, and wool are also natural fibers. Cotton thread is obtained from cotton plant, and silk thread are obtained from the silkworms, and wool from sheep. Nowadays, artificial fibers like rayon, nylon, dacron, terylene, and polyesters are synthesized using chemistry, which is a branch of science. Why do we need artificial fibers? Well, our population is growing very fast, and the most economic way to fulfill our needs is to copy what nature gives us. Creating artificial fibers is the way to copy with this population growth. Don't you think nature will find it difficult to sustain all of us for a very long time if the population growth rate keeps increasing? Man needs shelters to protect himself from heat, cold, rain, wind, and animals. Early man lived in caves and in tree holes, and then with the experiments, he learned how to build huts. Slowly, he gathered more information and learned various methods of constructing house. Now, see what man can build. I'm sure you must have seen tall buildings around you. Don't we all this love traveling in a car or cycling with our friends in a park? Remembering that nursery rhyme, the wheels on the bus go round, round, and round. Well, this rhyme makes us the remember what a crucial role wheel plays in our lives. Wheel was invented centuries ago when civilization was developing, and with that started industrial revolution. The invention of wheels and machineries using wheel type of structures playing a magnificent role in bringing us where we are today. In short, the invention of wheel was for the foundation of current transportation system. Bullock carts, cycles, motorcycles, car, buses, trains, etc. Everything needs wheels on the one of the most important scientific discovery of mankind. It is started from bullock cart and then changed to bicycle, with which help with science changed to scooter, bikes, cars, trains, ships and planes. Just like transportations, means of communication like video, telephone, TV, cell phone, internet are bringing people around the world come closer to each other. We can say that the world is shrinking as we can access all the occasion via internet. This modern means of communication and transportation have helped the country to progress and strengthen economy tremendously. Let me introduce you to a major part of science which has given us the strength to think and work. Medicine is nothing but a role of science in our daily life to keep us healthy and fit. Let us look at this carefully now. Louis Pasteur, an eminent scientist, proved the presence of microorganisms or microbes in the air, water, and soil. Let us start by looking at these tiny microorganisms, which discovered by Louis Pasteur. He found these microbes in soil, air, and water. These harmful microbes were capable of causing deathful disease. To protect ourselves from disease, vaccines were invented. Smallpox is eradicated from our country by vaccinations. Now polio is being eradicated through the program called Plus Polio, in which polio drops are administered to the children. Many children are protected from diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus by giving them a vaccine called DPT, which is triple antigen. Alexander Fleming discover an antibiotic called penicillin, which helps in controlling many diseases. We all have gone to hospital for one or the other reasons. What do you see there? You must have seen machineries and equipments all over the hospital being used for various type of diagnosis. Science has invented many ways to look into the human body to tackle the disease. Machines such as X-ray, ultrasound, MRI all used for this purpose. Diseases can be easily detected and various tests can be conducted in a few seconds. Science has helped us in dropping and faint mortality rate, controlling disease and increasing average life of span of human beings. Currently, the research is going on to invent suitable drugs for deathful disease like cancer and vaccines for COVID-19 virus. You can see that over the years, the scientific invention has brought about many changes in our lives. This progress had made our lives simpler by giving us the options for accurate results in a shorter period of time. This helps to save time, money, and effort. For example, the method of traveling was once a bullock cart, and now we have many options of traveling via bus, train, or plane. The invention of electricity has been incredible for us. We use light bulbs or tubes to illuminate our house. We use heaters to keep us warm and coolers or ACs to drive away the heat during the hot summer days. The invention of TV sets have also played a vital role in bringing us updated minute to minute world news as well as global entertainment via live telecast of distant events around the world. Did you watching the current affairs of news? Well, this all is the result of invention of electricity. The growth in science and technology has led to industrial development. Now these industries are trying to meet the various needs of growing population of the world. For example, the need for vaccinations and medicines is always on raise with the newer signs of disease being found. By the scientists, new research is required to look into newer problems and hence the formation of new industries. Now we have industries for fertilizer factories, power generating centers, oil refining factories, iron and steel factories, pharmaceuticals, coal industries, automobile manufacturing industries, etc. Now let me ask you one question. How do you get energy for your day-to-day activities? It is the food that we take and which provide us energy to conduct day-to-day activities. It is very important that we learn about how science helps us in food production. This is where our day begins and ends. So let us see further science food production. The cultivation of crops using traditional methods was not sufficient to meet the needs of growing population today. So scientists came to rescue again. They help us to bring out most advanced version of seeds that can give us more produce and which is disease resistance. With that we had green revolution in our country. Not only this, but with research, the scientists have made better variety of animals too, who can produce more milk and flesh. Even the hens are laying more eggs. Science has given man the equipment and machineries which had made agriculture work such as irrigation, harvesting and storage. Surely science has solved many problems and made human life far more comfortable. But due to man's carelessness, the same science has been misused or created several problems such as environmental pollution. overpopulation, etc. It has also created deadly nuclear weapons which are threatening the world security. The use of nuclear weapons produce radioactive dust which is severely harmful to not only human beings but plants and animals also. Man is responsible for all the environmental pollution caused due to the excessive and uncontrolled use of pesticides, artificial fertilizers, as well as the smoke emitted from the vehicles and industrialization. All this is causing harm not just to our environment but also to the other living forms, leading to disease and even extinctions. Science should be used for the welfare of all living forms and for creating peace amongst each other. Science should be used fully not just in the sustenance of human life but as well as for the other living beings. Mankind should adopt the principle of live and let live for leading his life. Though science has developed so much, some superstitions are still there. For example, avoiding polio drop for the fear of death, then sacrificing human for some personal or communal benefits, and many more other superstitions. Man should analyze such superstition and overcome blind beliefs with the use of scientific knowledge, which will be one step forward towards the progress in the future. Today we have learned the most important chapter in science, and that is its role in daily life. Scientific inventions are present in our day-to-day routine, which we take for granted. From TV to electricity to cars to computers, everything is always there for us to use. But are we use them appropriately? Let us all make an oath that we will not misuse these inventions, and we will also teach others to utilize that in an efficient manner. Scientific inventions should be an essence for our society and not a curse. It is our duty to make it happen. Thank you.